conscience if you can't be in favor of impeachment?
That wasn't my point. My point is that I think
Do you believe that, though?
No, I don't believe that. That wasn't my point.
Because I think it's how, in my opinion, it's how you interpret for yourself what the Constitution is.
I agree with that.
Make your
I
point.
think you don't have a conscience.
Make your point.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't.
I do. I can read. James Madison put it that way. I read it. Bribery, high crimes and misdemeanors. He did it. He did it. We
Finish
have
your
proof.
point.
We have witnesses.
Make your point.
My point is
intense.
rather than vote just solely with party, I do think that you have to vote your conscience and you have to vote in terms of the Constitution. That's the oath that you take.
And I agree with that. I totally agree with that. The only point I was making with someone like, and I'll speak for, this is how I I feel about it. I think Will Hurd represents exactly where I am, someone who's not running again, who says, I find what he did abhorrent, but I need more for impeachment.
Okay.
I need you to lay out exactly what illegally was done, because I think what he was trying to say is it's bigger than Trump. This is about our country.
But
this
see,
is about
problem that
what
Will Hurd has is that he said, I needed to see more evidence. I needed to hear from Giuliani, but the White House is keeping those folks from coming
I would
forward.
love he's the one person I'd love to hear from.
Well, they're afraid.
White House is
well,
being
Mitch
shepherded.
Mitch
But it's not that
McConnell.
they don't have
Mitch
bribery.
McConnell does not want the truth to come out because he knows that Trump is guilty. He knows.
Well, I think part of the problem with, and I'm sorry, do you
No,
want
no,
to,
go ahead.
George Conway, Steve Schmidt, John Weaver, I wouldn't put Rick Wilson in that category, but the middle 2 and 3, I have ethical questions to ask them as well. And so I think for conservatives, as myself, when you're using examples of people who, no matter what, I believe Steve Schmidt notoriously worked for my dad and then wouldn't vote for him because of Sarah Palin.
And also
so
worked
when you
for
have people,
George Bush
I'm the
and
one
Schwarzenegger.
I know him well. I know him well, Sonny. I know him well.
Yeah.
My question for Charlize Theron coming up is about the movie Game Change that has the same producers as Bombshell. This stuff is deep. I understand what you're saying, Whoopi, that if you're not as politically in tune, it doesn't make sense. But for most conservatives, when you say these names, George Conway, bells start ringing. These aren't reliable actors for people to trust.
So
or some
Steve
people.
Schmidt.
And
I
let
love
me
Steve
let me
Schmidt.
let me
Of course you
ask
love
this
Steve Schmidt.
I
question.
think he's
Joy
brilliant.
Behar.
He's
Of course
also
you do.
so eloquent and so brilliant on what he says.
Again, I didn't think that today of all days I would have to relitigate very painful memories from my deceased father's campaign.
you don't
but if
have
would like
to.
do that, we can.
But I have a question about Mitch McConnell. That will take it off the onus off. That because when Clinton was on trial, Mitch advocated to have witnesses testify.
Yeah.
It was a request from the House Republicans. He said then the House managers have only asked for 3 witnesses. I think that's pretty modest. Now, if you felt that then, why don't you feel that now? Because if you say you don't have all the information, then you should be saying, let them testify. Bring them in, let's find out, and let's end this BS if that's what it is. If it's not BS,
Right.
you either, this idea of poop or get off the pot.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at now. I want them to poop or get off the pot. Stop saying this. there's nothing there, and let them lay it out. Let them lay the case out and stop preventing it. Because the more you prevent it, the more uncomfortable I become, because I know that I want it to be whatever it's going to be. But I don't like all this obstruction.
And
I'm just not good.
I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
And I want all the facts before
All
I
of
can
them.
get to that decision. That's why I say,
Yeah.
for me personally, I need more. I think it is terrible what happened, and I think I speak for other people as well. Let's hear from those people.
Yes.
It's also awful that they are obstructing and they're not letting people speak, because if you're going to find
would
bribery,
clean it
it's
up.
going to be
You're
with
never
Giuliani.
gonna
It's
find
going
out
to be
more.
with are obstructing, and they're not letting people speak, because if you're going to find
would
bribery,
clean it
it's
up.
going to be
You're
with
never
Giuliani. It's
find
going
out
to be
more
with
without
Pompeo.
it, though.
It's going to be with Mick Mulvaney, who actually had direct conversations with the president. It's the only way to figure out
Well, how do you feel about
exactly
the
what
fact that
happened.
the White House is preventing those people from
Oh,
testifying?
I think it's terrible. I said on the show, I thought when you were subpoenaed, I'm not a legal expert. I believed when you're subpoenaed,
what
you
is-
show up.
okay, and
you
what-
have
what
to
is-
abide the law.
One of the articles
What does
is
it-
obstruction.
Why are you guys interrupting each other?
But one of the articles is obstruction. So would you vote for obstruction?
For impeachment?
Yeah.
I think impeachment needs to be something that's illegal.
Let me ask
But
you something.
obstruction is